So we're just coming into the village. I'll give you guys a feel for this location because it really is a beautiful. Maybe I should do one of the whole drive because it's a really beautiful road all the way up. Got sunflowers growing here on the right, which will look nice in about a month's time. Lots of forest around, and there is some farming going on. There's some melon farms, there's some sunflower farming, and there's some orchards and grapevines. But most of it, like if you can see just across the valley, probably not really, but it's just wild. And at the back of the village it's just wild. You can walk for days in many directions and just lose yourself in the forest and the hills. And over there is the Vishka Megillah, and I guess you kind of class this as the start of the Sakar mountain range. There's a few different roads that you can come in to get to town. The other drive's beautiful as well. You go over the big dam at Pastragor, between Levka and Pastragor. You go over a huge dam and take the straight road into town. I just was in the village anyway, and I thought I'll just pull up over here and show you what it's like. Over that way in the hills is actually what they call the ancient village of Levka, which I think was here thousands of years ago. There's no trace of it now, really, very little anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of history in this area. So I think there's a population of around 400 to 500 people here in Levka. It's one of the only villages that has a primary school still. Back in communist times, every single village had a primary school, had a hospital, had a cinema, had all kinds of facilities. And yeah, this is the only one. I mean, well, it's not the original school either. They built a new school here, and now kids come here from the surrounding villages to Levka for school. So I'm just going to take this road straight down towards the centre. That was a bar down there on the left that we just went past. That's owned by the ex-mayor. Really nice guy, nice little bar. You've got the new school coming up here on the left. You see playing fields there, football pitches and swimming pool, and then yeah, this is the school here. We've got the river running alongside us here on the right. We've got a few properties for sale along the river, which I will probably try and drive up to and show you actually while we're driving around. One's there actually, that's a good place to start. So we've got a kind of park here on the left, and a few shops around it. There's one shop and bar over there, you've got the post office there in the centre, and then you've got another shop and bar just there. And they're good, they're well stocked, you can buy, you know, most things, you know, they're well supplied. There's Dinko. Hey Dinko. So that over there is Riverside Villa that we've just listed for sale. You can probably just see the river down here now. It's more of a stream. I mean, it's a wide stream, and it really does rage after you've had storms. But most of the year it's just a slow meandering brook, I suppose. I'm going to keep going up this road so I can show you River Cottage, I forgot what we called it now. But yeah, right at the top of this road, at the very end of the village, we've got another property for sale. Sorry about the jumpiness and about the dirty windscreen again. You've got these beautiful old rickety metal and cement concrete bridges up and down the place, which feel pretty sketchy the first time you walk over them, but I'm kind of used to them now. I don't know if I said this in any of the other videos, but yeah, one of the reasons that we really wanted to start doing these drive arounds is the fact that the Google Street Views were done, I don't know, 10 years ago in the middle of winter, and these villages do look bleak in winter. Like, I'm not going to deny it, they do look bleak when everything's grey and it's rainy and the leaves are off the trees, and you know, it's another world right now. I love it at this time of year. Everything's so green and lush. So yeah, it can be a bit concerning when you have a look to see where these properties are on Google Street View and you see what it looks like 10 years ago in January. Things have really changed since then. Again, so we're still here by the river, and this is River House. Here on the left, I'm going to move this stuff against reflections. Yeah, that's the property there, and the land up that way. I'm going to turn around, I think. We'll go up to the end. So if you carry on this way, and I have driven up this way for a long way. You need a 4x4. I did it in this car a few times actually. It's good fun. You can go off-roading up there for hours. It's just there are dirt tracks and stuff through the hills. You can drive through the streams. Yeah, this is all just, you have got a bit of a dump here on the back of the town where people come and dump old bricks and all sorts of things, mostly from housework actually. And then past that anyway, just past that, you've just got wild, open, empty space, which is beautiful. Great for mushroom picking as well. So this is the village where my parents brought a house. They actually brought the old school, they brought the original school from back in the day, and it was a complete derelict wreck when they brought it. It had no windows, no roof. I'm going to go a different way just to show you the village from a different angle now. Yeah, we'll go back down a different road. Yeah, they brought it, and it was, you can probably still find pictures of it online if you typed in Levka old school. I know that there are still some photos online, but yeah, a huge building, like a beautiful style of building, big windows and high ceilings, but yeah, completely wrecked. And they spent years renovating that place, and yeah, I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time here in Bulgaria before I made the move, and especially in that house. So yeah, I know a lot of people here. It's nice. It feels like coming home. The mayor's a really lovely lady called Tanya. She's been mayor now for about 3 years, I think. You can see the roads aren't great, but okay, I'm going to go this way. I haven't planned this out at all, can you tell? We have sold a house just up that road. Coming up on the left here at the bottom on the corner, this is another little bar and shop. That's what we call the tractor bar. That's where I learnt to speak a lot of my Bulgarian. And this here on the right is my parents' house. This is the old school. I'll try and show you. Yeah, they brought that place, it must be 10 years ago. It's Krista. Where to go? I mean, I've only really showed you the bottom half of the village so far. Yeah, seeing as I've showed you those two houses, even one of them from across the road, there it is again. There's a Riverside Villa, that white building you can just see behind the trees. Looks quite distant on the screen, I'm afraid. It's closer in real life. I'll drive up to the top of the village to show you the other half of it, and I'll probably swing by another property that we've got for sale. So yeah, coming up on the right here is what I was saying was the other little bar and shop owned by the ex-mayor, the last mayor. And here on the left, I don't know if I said this on the way in, this is actually the village distillery. There's Todor. He's, I can't see me, doesn't recognise me in my new car. He's the master distiller, and everybody in the village still grows grapes. There are vineyards all around the outside, and actually you can take on some of the vineyard, you can buy some of the vineyard if you want to, and make your own wine, make your own grapes. But everyone makes their own wine, or rakia, or both, and sometimes the rakia is just made from the leftovers from winemaking. Take those grapes, all the grape skins, soak them in water with a load of sugar, and you ferment, you distill. You let that ferment, and then you distill that down there with Todor, and yeah, that's your moonshine. Rakia, as they call it. Oh, so up there on the left, actually, we've just gone past the turning. That was where Viewpoint House was. That's not actually sold at the time of speaking, but it's as good as sold now. Where shall I go? I'm gonna go... Yeah, I'll turn left down here. So yeah, beautiful views from this half of the village. And I'm not even at the top actually, I'm kind of climbing halfway up it. But yeah, even the houses around here, it's yeah, really stunning. I think I've come in on the right roads. I think so, yeah. So just down the bottom here is where we sold one of our first houses. Yeah, just here on the left. And up the top of this road, another property that we've just listed, newly listed property, just up here at the top. I might bother going up there, but just you can't see it from the road anyway. But just at the top there is where you find Levka house. Yeah, that's probably about it. Much of the same, I suppose, now. Driving on the wrong side of the road, so that's fine. I'm gonna go past it. You seem to know everyone that's driven past. Yeah, so there's Levka. Really lovely little village. If anyone wants any more information or specific locations to be filmed, I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah, I know these videos aren't great, but hopefully it gives you a slightly better idea of these locations that we live in, that we call home, that we sell in. You know, where our clients who have brought with us are now living, and we've just started doing some written blogs on our website of people's experience here, and we're talking about doing some video blogs too, so we can start showing people you know, the progress that people are making and the projects that they have on and what they've gone through. So yeah, any questions at all, anything we can do to help, just let us know. If you like the video, yeah, please like it, subscribe, share it on Facebook, and yeah, see you for the next one.